Hello family, I hope you're doing amazing. Well, in a couple other videos I had mentioned that I wanted to do a video on codependency. So it was about a year ago that I found out that I had codependency, and this was when I finished my last relationship. And once I found this out, I began working with my therapist, and this is when a lot of things that I had started to come to light, and I began to work on a lot of them, which was really exciting for me. Codependency is basically the need to feel accepted by another person. You're constantly looking for the approval of someone else, and if someone does not approve of you, then you don't feel good emotionally. Basically, codependency is like an addiction. It's like alcoholism that never really goes away. You just have to really treat it and work at it and just be very conscious of it. And I think it's so important when we're aware of our actions and our thoughts and how these actions are affecting our lives and what road they take us on. So maybe it's a pattern that we've been doing over and over again, and we keep making the same mistakes and we're still in that pattern. You know, I think that it takes courage in order to accept that and to see the darkness in us. But I think that when we bring these things to light, it's when we can really work on them and begin to heal. One of the reasons I found out that I had codependency is because my self-esteem was low. Like, of course, I had some days when it was really good, but other days it wasn't that great. So since I was looking for the approval of someone constantly, well, that just means that you have a low self-esteem. And you have like this unknown identity. So you really don't know who you are or what you want. You're just trying to please the rest of the world and trying to get the approval of someone or belong in a certain circle of people. Another thing is that a codependent person can't have a healthy relationship because they're looking for that drama. If there's no drama in their relationship, then it doesn't have value, because a codependent person doesn't have like a vase to receive love, because since the person doesn't really see their own value and their own worth, they can't be with someone who truly values them and thinks they're worthy. In my relationships video, I said how it was hard for me to be alone because a codependent person is really afraid of feeling abandoned. And I was so afraid of abandonment that I would cling on to toxic, dramatic relationships that I caused the drama in them because of my codependency, because I couldn't be in a healthy, stable relationship. And that's why I decided that, you know what, I just need a break. I need to be on my own and I need to deal with this, because if I don't deal with this now, I'm gonna keep making the same mistake over and over again. And like, the problem, as I said, is not the other person. The problem was me. I was the common denominator. And codependency isn't only for romantic relationships. Codependency can be in any type of relationship. You can also have codependency issues with family or with friends because you're constantly trying to look for the approval of someone else. And many times you stay in a destructive environment because of fear of being alone, or because it's just this vicious cycle where you're constantly trying to look for approval in a place where you won't find it. In romantic relationships, it's like you're with someone that you know is not going to be there and someone who is going to fail you because you don't feel like you're worthy of having someone who is going to be there for you. Codependency is also a form of the ego because you can't really have intimacy or real relationships because you're always looking for something of like, what are they gonna give to me? You know, like someone who is codependent can't really be in a healthy relationship because they're always trying to, like, you're with that person because they want to have the approval, they want to feel accepted, and it's not really just to give love. It's because you're so afraid of feeling abandoned and of being alone that you don't want to let go of that person. The good thing is that this can be healed, and that's exactly what I started doing a few months ago, and that's why I feel so comfortable just talking about it now, because I know that there's still some codependency in me, but I'm working on it, and I've been working on it, and I know that I'm very much healed, and I'm just so grateful that I'm very aware of this and conscious of these patterns. So whenever I see them happening in my life, I'm able to catch them quicker. And it's not about judging these patterns, it's just about perception checking, like being just so aware of them and catching them and working through it and saying, okay, where is this coming from? Or how can I heal this? How can I work through this? So I think the most important thing is for you to just be aware of this and bring it to light, because once you shine light on a darkness that you have, then it's afloat and it's there for you to work on it. Also, I've been listening to this ebook book called The Judgment Detox that one of my friends, Elise from Raw Alignment, she recommended. And I think it's great for people who suffer codependency or have had codependency. In conclusion, we all have a certain degree of codependency because we're in a society where we want to be part of a community. We want to be part of a group. We want to feel accepted, not only by others, but by ourselves as well. Codependency reaches a negative point when it begins to affect our emotions and our emotional state. And once we start feeling like depression or anxiety, or we're in these toxic relationships with other people, then it's time to do something about it, or even a toxic relationship with ourselves, because how can we expect to have a healthy relationship with someone else if we don't have it with ourselves? And I think it's so important to be aware of who we are and be willing to work on these aspects of ourselves. I like to see all of these things that happen in my life as opportunities to grow, to mature, and to become better. I can talk about this with you guys here and share my experience with hopes that it can help you too. And if you've seen this video and you've realized that you do have a little bit of codependency, or maybe you think that you have codependency, then it's time to maybe shine some light on it and talk about it, or maybe work on it with yourself, or talk about it with someone that you trust. But anyways, that's it for this video, you guys. I would love to know if you've had any experience in codependency, or if you do have codependency or have had it in the past, and how you have dealt with it or how you are dealing with it. And I appreciate the supportive comments that you guys always leave me. And I hope that we create a conversation where we can become more aware and more conscious about these things that a lot of us might be going through. I love you guys. If you guys like these videos where I share more deep subjects, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what you guys think of them. And let me know if you guys want me to talk about any other subject. Thank you guys so much. I send you lots of love and light. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's free and I upload videos every single week. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.